What's up, guys? Welcome back to another week of spoilers. I got some cool stuff to look at. Quick note is if there's weird stuff going on with the delay and voices to picture, it's a weird thing Discord's been doing to us lately, but here's something, I guess. But also, if you're excited to see what you're seeing today and you want to pick up the new set, Awakening of the Ancients, right? You can find that in the link in the description below for Happy Little Hug Factory. You click that, they know that we sent you over, and they're selling the set for $80. They also have a buy list for singles and sell singles themselves in case you're looking for any cards. And then they also have Caster Chronicles, right? Or no?
They have the starter decks of the new set. They still have obviously the old set and stuff like that, but the new set, I believe they're sold out. You guys bought them out, but keep an eye on it. A lot of times they'll get restocks or stuff like that. But if you're interested at all in casters, be sure to check that out so that they can continue supporting it in the future if there's enough interest.
There you go. So we have spoilers. Let's get started, huh?
Yeah.
What?
No, go ahead. You can start.
Yeah, I always started.
You do not always start it.
A 4-cost, 1 red, 3 void, 100, 1500.
Oh.
Sand/moon.
Ooh, sand.
And moon. Pay a red. This card gains flying until a turn. When this card leaves the field, it deals 300 damage multiplied by the number of fire magic stones you control to each resonator.
That's interesting.
Wait. It sounds so dumb when it's like, I was literally thinking like flying, like you like happen to gain red and it gains flying and it like leaves the field because now it's flying. I don't know why.
Anyways, I like that's leave the field because now there's outside of, you can lorite it obviously because you can lorite everything, but you can its effect triggers with Blade of Faith being removed from the game, bounce to your hand, bounce to the bottom of the deck. Pretty much anything will trigger the effect as long as the effect isn't canceled, which I think is a nice little touch. It's still a 4-cost field burn, which is a little steep, but it could be interesting.
It's big.
Yeah, I mean, the tough part is it hits all resonators, so even your field could get wiped if it wipes. If they're things for 300, that is.
Yeah.
Got so much defense. Like, I don't know.
It'd be interesting maybe in Wanderer where you can actually play with that high defense and switch into attack. But right now, like, why are you going to give it... I guess you give it flying to block because it's just a big blocker, essentially. So that's cool, I guess.
This is really similar to the other moon, the machine moon that we had. That's what this reminds me of.
So similar in the fact that it has a lot of defense compared to its attack. Yeah.
Not all moons are the same, Joey. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. All right. What's the flavor text?
The Scatter About, Moon of Chaos, Nyarlathotep, the Return of Chaos.
Next up, we got Repair Bug. It's a 2-cost 0/8 machine. You can pay blue and banish this card. Recover target machine. So I think that's pretty cool. I was telling Oscar, this is basically, what is it, Winding Machine or whatever that was the old one?
I don't remember. I never played machines.
I think somebody posted it. Power Supply Team.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. And that one's a 3-cost, but you just get to banish it. You don't have to pay cost. So they technically equal out to about the same. But however, that one was a 5/5 where this is 0/8. So, depends how you prefer your machines. But this is still super cool. And it's blue. Whereas the other one was void, but it's cool looking. Scorpion also.
A lot of like wall really high defense resonators. I don't even really like this. Like, just feels really steep just to recover my dude.
I mean, if you're recovering a big dude like Super Mobile Fortress for 1 cost to recover that isn't too shabby without having to splash yellow. It's not bad. I don't know if you'd like actually run it, but for fun for competitively, but for a fun version of the deck, or especially in limited format, you would definitely want to put this in there.
Yeah, it's a cool Scorpion.
It is cool. It's a cool theme. Flavors. Let the mending procedure begin.
Should have said.
Oh, that's cool. I get it. It's a repair bug, so it's like and you banish it to recover the machine to make it get going again. That's cool.
Okay, you're right. But why is it a scorpion? Like, shouldn't it have been like a spider?
Nah, because its tail probably is just like helps with the mending, like.
But scorpions have nothing to do with mending. Like, at least spiders fix their webs and stuff.
Yeah, but it's metal welding. Spiders don't do that.
You're right.
If you want to get into
Scorpions are way better at metal.
Yeah, a mechanical spider would totally use some sort of metal mending.
I know, right? Just
anyways,
saying,
Joey.
That's a little bit of a flavor loss, but.
Next up.
I went too far. Guinevere's Investigation. It's a 1 blue quick cast chant. Look at your opponent's hand, draw a card.
It's interesting.
I thought this was kind of interesting. Like Colin said, interesting. But like Colin, you always say that even a pay 1 just to look at your opponent's hand is perfectly fine. And
You mean draw a card. You got that reversed, but
No. When we were talking about Glint of Insight and stuff, or other discard effects like not working
inside of a black deck, yeah. Blue deck, what are you going to capitalize on?
Decks,
what are you going to capitalize on? Oscar, back me up here. I feel like context is missing.
Oscar?
I think this artwork is amazing.
That actually is really awesome artwork. It reminds me a lot of Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
And I love Guinevere's design. She just sucks. She's actually really good, actually.
Well, quick transition.
Joey's one of those guys like he goes up to you, slaps you in the face, and he's like, "I love you."
I never thought Guinevere was gonna be good, but then I remember that she's actually fairly decent in the machines deck and stuff.
Yeah.
So
and she also is like one of the strongest cards in Wanderer before she was banned.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, Joey.
That's not the same Guinevere.
Has there ever been a weak Guinevere?
This is Mecha Guinevere.
Has there ever been a weak Guinevere? Is my point.
There's only been like 2 Guinevere's, period.
That's what I'm saying. Joey's like, she's terrible. Wait, maybe she's okay because she has a good machine. And it's like,
anyway,
she has a good machine, and the other one of her was even better. Like, what do you?
When we were talking about that stupid 2-cost eye resonator that lets you see your opponent's hand, and you were always like, well, you get to see your opponent's hand, and that's really good. That's all I'm saying.
I never said no. I just said that could be useful. All I would have said is that could be useful. It's not useless. That would have been my only thing I argued.
There's other cards. I remember this conversation.
Anyways,
I think it's pretty okay.
I think it's decent. Depends if there's anything that blue actually does to capitalize on it. Obviously, having knowledge of the hand is okay because you can play around certain things. If they don't have Lorite, then you can go ahead and activate Lancelot's effect without worry and stuff like that. But I feel like there's possibly better draw stuff inside of blue, but it also depends if there's something to capitalize on this as well.
Think about this in like IU though, since I remember hearing that IU decks already play stuff like Glint and the Giant Eye thing just to look at their opponent's hand. That along with this, which lets you draw a card, I think that's really simple.
That could be decent actually, yeah. Flavor?
Hold on. This sensation, I see you're waiting for me to come find you. Guinevere, the mobility queen.
Who's she talking about?
I don't know. Probably not Arthur.
Next up, Oscar.
It is Algernon, Mouse Intellect, 1 cost, 2/2. It's a Resonator Mouse / Wanderer. You go call him a Wanderer support. Enter, put an intellect counter on this card. If you control 5 or more magic stones, put 3 intellect counters on this card instead. Remove an intellect counter from this card. This card gains +4/+2 until end of turn. And then you can rest and remove 2 intellect counters from this card. Search your deck for a chant, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck.
I think that's pretty good.
A 1 cost, 2/2 SR.
It at minimum at some point it's gonna be a 6/4, which is pretty good for a 1 cost. And if it comes in with both the full effect, then you'll have that. And you can do that over and over again, or you can tap and just find a chant. So having a 2/2 body that also searches out a chant, I think is pretty decent. And my dogs are freaking out.
I like him. He seems like a late game card, and I actually really like the 1 cost drop him and then tutor for a chant. Like that's pretty solid. I think he has I think he could be really good.
Yeah, I like it. I also like that it's a mouse. So he's gonna have cats and mice.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's Rita's flavor text.
Oscar. Oscar, please.
Oscar, we need the flavor text.
I'm begging you for flavor.
No, sorry, they're being loud in the background, so I was muting my mic.
Go ahead. Flavor.
I have no likes or dislikes except cats. Cats are the worst.
That's great.
Mouse after my own heart. Okay.
Next up, we have 200 IQ. It's a 2-cost chant. Put target chant from your graveyard into your hand. If this card was awakened, put up to 1 second target chant from your graveyard into your hand with awakening of 3. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have Spinning Aquasol, which is better, but especially if you're running a mono green deck or post rotation, this will be a useful card, I think.
Doesn't Spinning Axle only get quick cast? Am I crazy?
No, he just grabs chance.
I'm crazy. You're right.
I thought it was interesting because we had already seen Chimimi's Master Rune and stuff. So you had like a Chimimi card type thing.
That's a good point. There's a lot of
to
like
pick up some, or even
just recycle.
They made actually a Hondo thing since a mouse playing with the cat idea, but still, like either green deck could pick up their Master Runes again.
Yeah,
I
I feel like I'd rather play this with Chimimi because like recycling that 1 cost card would be really good. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it might be a little overpowered, but I don't like that it's not quick cast. I think it makes it kind of hard to play. A lot harder to play.
Yeah, but I feel like this is a good thing to work off, so you're not going into your turn with the full mana to cast whatever chant you play, especially if it's a high cost one that does a bunch of stuff or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doing that 2 turns in a row would suck. But flavor. I wonder. Eureka! Algernon, Mouse of Intellect.
Wonderful.
Lame.
200 IQ.
Yeah, so much IQ.
Okay, I have Perfect Matrix. It's a 6 cost, Divinity 2, Chant / Master Rune. You may pay 2 less to play this card if your J ruler is Lich or Lich the State of Death. Remove target Resonator from the game. Look at your opponent's hand and choose a card that shares an attribute with the removed card. They remove that card from the game. So remember Oscar talking to me about this like a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's pretty bad card. Somebody put it into perspective for one guy who thought it was a really good card, saying like, for one, it's a removal like Daveblade is, and you're paying 3 more. Just look at their hand and remove a card. It's not
and only if it shares an attribute, which means odds are you're never removing like the Lorite or the Fair Spell or any of the counter stuff that you actually probably really want to remove for some of these decks.
I mean, a lot of these decks now, besides IU maybe, are all just mono decks anyway. So I think they're gonna hit them.
Decks still splash green and other colors. Yeah, we just saw that at the GP, but a lot of times they'll just splash. White and black is the most common one, but yeah, no, it's terrible. Like I guess we talk about this a little bit on the podcast tomorrow, so make sure to tune in for that. But I'd said that same thing where it's like, Blade and Faith, which is 1, and 3 more just to discard a card. Like, what is the benefit that you're getting?
My only issue with that kind of reasoning is like Blade of Faith is obviously way way undercosted. Like, it's way better, huh?
By like what, 1?
By like 2, I would say.
No, because zero's magically up to 2 costs.
Yeah, it's 1. But the thing is, the point of this card is that you're getting all of it in 1 card, and you're also you're getting removal and you're getting discard from this card. So like, you're right, it's not costed very well, but the card advantage, the cost for the card is like a lot nicer.
I disagree
using 2
Master
cards
Rune.
to do. Well, yeah, it'd be nice if it was like
and
3.
especially for Lich, because Lich isn't capitalizing on that discard. Lucifer is the one that has discard, so Lich isn't running all of the discard mechanics that Lucifer is. So it's not like, oh, you're just snowballing out of control with controlling their hand. It's just like, this is the first thing Lich has that is discard orient. Obviously, he can run all the dark cards that are discard, but he doesn't have Tears of the Fallen and stuff like that. That helps maintain that throughout the game. And this is a turn 4. This is a turn 4 card, so this isn't even. You're paying 4 will. You're tapping out 4 will to get rid of 1 Resonator and 1 card that's not even in play or a threat currently. And so, especially if you have a field of more than 1 Resonator and you're taking your entire turn forward just to get rid of 1 Resonator, and then it's just, if you're playing against Hanzo, just gets canceled for 0, then you're just SOL.
Oh yeah, canceled for 0 sucks. Yeah,
Blade of Faith, if it gets canceled for 0, you're like,
Huh?
So if Blade of Faith gets Hanzo canceled, then you're just like, that kind of sucks anyways.
Yeah. I think if this card was just a regular card for 4 cost, it would be more reasonable. But it shouldn't be a Master Rune, and it shouldn't be a Lich's Master Rune.
Especially for one of the biggest rulers that are struggling that I keep forgetting is a ruler that even exists. And there are the whole promise they had of like elevating shitty rulers and stop powering strong rulers. And they're doing the opposite of that, and this is I think like there's no reason this should cost 4. Lich is so underpowered. You could make this cost 2, and it would not break Lich at all. I don't think. Two is how much.
Take, but I don't know.
You were talking Master Runes, Joey. 2 costs, so you're thinking of a stoning to death that removes something from game instead. So you're thinking so. Think of it this way. You had what's its face card that was 1 cost, pay 400 life, remove target Resonator from game, and that would cost 1, and 400 life is not a big deal. So for 2 cost, you get that same effect.
It's 500 life.
It's 400 life. For 2 costs.
Which card?
Oscar.
I'm talking about the Excalibur card.
Yeah.
That's 500 life, isn't it?
500 life, yeah.
Okay, I could have swore it was 400. Doesn't matter. 500 life is equal to 1 will, probably. So for 2 will, you're getting that, and because it's Master Rune, that only works in Lich. As far as the low cost, you get the extra effect of discarding card as well. I think that's perfectly fine. Would have been perfectly fine in Lich. People wouldn't have flocked to Lich because of that one single card.
Okay, I don't agree. Like, Lucifer, you can already play a Lucifer-based deck with just Lich, and then all you lose out on it is Black Rosario, which is really amazing, but don't get me wrong.
And Tears of the Fallen.
Why can't you run Tears
Oh,
of the
wait,
Fallen?
no. Yeah, you're right. For some reason, I was thinking. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, my point is you can just replace that ruler, and I would much rather play a 2 cost like removal plus discard card than just play Lucifer and gain the Black Rosario.
I don't know.
Would, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, I don't think that would have been too crazy. 4
I
costs
think 2 costs
is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Anyways.
and I just think Lich got the worst Master Rune.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Got the shaft hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the worst,
Nice.
but it's one of the worst.
It's the worst.
I don't know about that. Joy. Or flavor
I disagree.
text.
I think it's the worst. Perfect. This'll do for the vessel. Huh? You looking down on us? Oborozuki, caller of gods, confronting Alice and Nyarlathotep.
Her name is Nyam 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 Nyam.
Nyarlathotep.
Alright. Next up, Oscar.
Mana Transmuter, 3 costs, 6, 7.
It's Will.
Pay 300 life, produce any one of the colors, play this ability only once per turn.
Okay, it's pretty terrible, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like we were talking about the other day. This is just a Machina.
Yeah. So
Machina
it's not a demon, and I think that's the biggest thing. If it was a demon, then like I could maybe see it.
Why would it be a demon though? A vampire makes much more sense because she's sucking the blood out of you.
I'm talking about just playability. You're not going to pay
yeah.
3 for a 6/7 vanilla that once per turn you can pay life and produce 1 will.
You don't know me. You don't know my life. I don't think she's terrible. I'm not gonna.
I don't think it's gonna be played properly or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, dogs are freaking out. Shh, it's
I
fine.
agree.
But yeah, I'm not too impressed.
Yeah, it's not that great.
If it said Will Transmuter, would you guys play it?
No, it's the same ability. It sucks. This is probably why this one has the fewest comments of all the ones we've seen so far.
It sucks. I don't even think this is that crappy.
This is actually super good in limited though. Like, this is great in limited format. Like a 3-drop, and you get to produce any color will. And
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think that's really
these
good.
are a lot of splash.
Yeah.
So next one.
Flavor.
No flavor?
Oh yeah,
Flavor.
all they've been. Wait, where am I at? All they've been informed is that the perfect matrix serves as a casket of magic energy.
Oh, what's in the casket? What
It's
if
the-
Gil is in the casket?
Nah.
Why not? What if it's like Gil he used to be a vampire? He's been like vampire.
Next
Gil.
up.
Just saying. I'm calling it.
Wait, am I next up? Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
We got Nietzsche. Is it Nietzsche?
I think it's Yignitsve.
No,
Yeah, I think
I'm pretty sure it's Nietzsche. Nietzsche. It'd
It's actually
be.
a play on.
Yignitsve, Iritsve.
Oh, if it's a play on Idris, so then it's
Oil.
Nietzsche. Spirit of Laurel. Like Laurel Lance? 4 cost, 8/8 spirit. Oh, good. We got spirit, so maybe this one will be good. Whenever you play a Resonator spell, this card gains 4/4 until end of turn. This ability triggers only once per turn. This card gains drain as long as you control 7 or more light magic stones.
Eh.
I don't think that's good.
No.
At
Not
best,
that bad.
at absolute best, perfect scenario, you'll have once per turn. It's a 4 cost 12/12 with drain
That's pretty good though.
with no flying.
Why does this have flying? She has wings.
I know.
Whoa, we've been over this.
It's a spirit. Like why do they hate? They keep creating these weird mechanics that exclusively work with spirits and interact with spirits. Then they either give us like no spirits or shitty spirits that you wouldn't even want to interact with. I don't understand this weird thing. Like not even like for funsies. I tried making a spirit deck once and it just doesn't work. Even if you try your hardest. I like that there's a Borb in the background, but that's about it.
I was wondering where that picture came from when you showed me.
Svetlana really
if
liked
this-
this card.
If this had the ability to trigger her +4/+4, like not only once per turn, would you guys think it's playable? Like if
If
you
it
could
was a-
play her and then like next turn you play like 4 resonators and she gains +16/+16, do you think that would be playable?
Oh, like if it's stacked,
Like,
her
it works that way,
+4 stack.
Yeah, instead of only once per turn.
Yeah, I think it could, especially since Light has 0 cost and 1 cost runes and stuff like that.
But we're still paying 4 to put her in the
No.
field.
Oh wait, Resonator spell.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
it's-
so you have to play the Resonator. No, it's still terrible. No,
Yeah.
and it's a spirit, and it doesn't have flying, so it doesn't interact with actually anything. So no, it's terrible.
Okay, it sucks.
Where am I? My, what a lovely moon. Because all moons look the same.
Oh no, it's the sand moon. It's like
Or with a
Next
different
up.
moon.
I don't know, man.
Joey.
Asakna Training Grounds, 2 cost addition Ancient Ruins. You can rest this, put a +1/+1 counter on target fire resonator.
It's pretty bad.
What? I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah, as an addition. There's so much addition hate. Addition has to be real good.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to
Yeah.
last more than 1 turn or 2 turns. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're thinking about it, 2 cost for 1 or 2 counters, like at best, before it gets destroyed, I don't think it's good. And in a perfect world, maybe next after rotation, if there's less addition hate, then I think this is super cool just to have constant like tink, 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 or waiting to do it in response for a combat thing. But
Do you agree with this comment that this would have probably seen play if it had been blue?
Yeah.
if it
Maybe.
had been in blue, no. There's better stuff in blue. You have cards that automatically are generating counters if you have machines entering your field that you would much rather have than this. This would have to be a 1 cost in order for it to be viable in machines, I think, or blue in general.
What is automatically generating counters in blue?
The blue edition, whenever a machine enters the field, put a +1 counter on it, and machines you control automatically have a blanket 1/1. Something like that. It's a great card, a great addition in machines. So like this is objectively worse. If it was a 1 cost, maybe. One cost in blue. You would not want this one cost in red. That'd be dumb. But
Why not?
yeah.
If this was a one cost in red, do you think it'd be playable?
I think it'd be more playable because it takes at least 2 will to get something that will destroy the edition, so you're going to get your money's worth. Or both, because if you put this on the field and you get a counter off of it and you put this on the field for 1 will and you're making your opponent spend a minimum of 2 will to get rid of it and a card, then you're on the plus side. You're up 1 will and up 1 counter, and you're both down 1 card. So you come out as a net positive at 2 will. Then you kind of wash. That's basically.
I will disagree with you though, Colin. I feel like if I had this in blue and the other card in blue, because I was just looking up, I feel like I'd rather play this in blue.
Oh, you're crazy. You get out of here. You'd rather have 1 counter per turn inside of a machine deck with 1 drops, where 1 turn you could drop 4 machines and get 4 counters. You'd rather just get 1 counter that turn rather than 4, and not have a cloud effect with +1?
Maybe.
Flavor text, Joey.
Asakna was once a city of many brave warriors. It now stands forgotten by the world.
Like this edition will be. So next up, we got some non-English stuff.
Yeah, these are cool.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure to go over these because they seemed interesting.
Let's start with the edition. We'll save the cool one.
Yeah, it's cool. I have this. The translation here says "destroyed capital."
Oh, this is also courtesy of who shared these? Wasn't it
Arthur Defaria?
Was it okay? I want to make sure. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So it says at the end of your turn, put a ruin counter on this card. Then, if there are 5 or more ruin counters on it, banish this card. If you do, shuffle all resonators into their owner's decks, and it has a pay 3 and remove a ruin counter from this card.
I love it. I love it so much.
You like this?
I love it. It's like a countdown to 5, and then if you're like, oh shit, they don't have any resonators. I got resonators, and you're just paying to like rewind the clock and like, stop it, stop it, stop it. I think that's amazing. But if there's your opponent's like, oh no, I can't either gotta stand off and not play anything, or just like try and make a move, and if it fails, then my will feels gonna. This like forces people to play around it. And going back to my other scenario, this is a 1 cost, and it's going to cost them at least 2 to get rid of it most of the time. And so it's not too big of a hit to you if they get rid of it, because you've forced them to use 1 extra will. And inside of blue, you might have other additions stuff you want to put out as well. So, and I love the countdown, and then being able to stave off the countdown if needed.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 turns though to get there. Huh?
That's not that bad. I mean, if you hit turn 5 and you have a guaranteed board wipe, like it's still pretty good.
Yeah, and it's great if you have like a turn 5 of like where you swing in with everything, and if they do something, you're like, oh shoot, it didn't work. You just pass turn or whatever, and then you just go shunk when it comes back to your turn or whatever, to try and wipe the board clean because they've gained back their state or whatever. And
also, I think this goes off on turn. No.
What's the wording of it? What's the word of it?
Goes off on
At the end of your turn, put a ruin counter on this card. Then, if there are 5 or more ruin counters on it, banish this card. If you do, shuffle.
Yeah, so
it's the very end of turn 5.
Perfect. So you literally can swing in, and if it doesn't work, you pass turn, and then just clear the field and be like, edit, undo. Let me just try this all again.
So, question: obviously, 1, the counters could be low righted, but 2, the effect of 1. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Never mind. But they can low right the counters, right?
Yeah, they can low
right
the
the counters, but they can't low right
the ability. Yeah, the abilities.
Well, I was gonna ask: 1 is, could they, if it's a delayed trigger the way Misty Dragon's worded? But 2, it wouldn't matter because if you low right it, it still has those 5 counters on it. So once that's done, it wouldn't still trigger.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm thinking.
I don't know.
All right, let us know in the comments.
And flavor on this, and the translator did apologize for any bad English, but before the Valhalla's War, the capital was devastated. It is the only Freya's memory of the fact that someone with a great dark power, it's been here.
Wow, chills down my spine.
I am gonna go with no. You can't lore write this. Like,
Well, I
the only
think
thing you lore writing-
one, it doesn't matter if you did because the 5 counters are there and it would trigger almost immediately after that. But I was just trying to see since would it not be worded as a delayed trigger like the Misty Dragon is.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Next
one. So next one is Freya, Wizard of Royal Palaces.
Oh, maybe I wanted this one, Oscar.
Go ahead.
Okay, Freya, Wizard of Royal Palaces mechanism. This card gains +0, +4.
Sorcerer machine. Sorcerer machine.
It's a 1 cost 0/2.
Man, he's
One cost 0/2. Oh, look up the other thing too. 1 cost 0/2. Sorcerer machine. This card gains +0 to +400 as long as you control another machine. If you will draw during your draw phase, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck instead. Put a card among them into your hand and the other ones into your graveyard.
I love it.
Yeah.
This is great. So it's pretty much a 1-drop 600 defense machine, which is great to have. It's also pretty. It's an SR, so it's really nice looking. I love how that staff or whatever looks. It's super cool. But I like the second effect. I don't know how relevant discarding stuff into your graveyard is. It might just be a side effect of trying to ramp into what you need and filtering your deck, which could be good. But I like having that option. It's not a mandatory effect, but it's like, okay, I need this 1 card. I'm gonna start looking at the top 2. Even if it's a card that's good, it's not the card I need, so I'm gonna like filter and get what I need and stuff like that. I think it's super cool.
Yeah, I mean, it fuels up your one thing, right? Doesn't machines have a rune where it's like remove or was it the gods
Yeah.
are ability or something like that?
No,
Scrap
it's
and build.
scrap and build. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point. Also, you could also play this in like, and I don't know if this would be any good, but you could play, and I don't think Gil really plays a lot of, they play a decent amount of dual colors, right? I don't know. Anyways, you could definitely play this in a Gil and like fill up your graveyard like twice as fast.
That's true.
I think that's
Yeah.
very possible.
Yeah, no, I think Gil already sometimes splashes for like Aqua Soul and stuff like that. So I think that's definitely viable.
Yeah, there's a possibility.
I like it though. I really like it.
It's pretty awesome. It'd be cool to see it in action. See how well it performs. Flavor text, Joey?
I don't have the flavor text.
Wow.
He wanted to step up to the plate and he couldn't perform.
Step up or get knocked
Wait,
down.
flavor text. Hagu kleche una volta.
I have already failed one, failing to protect what was precious to me. Tell me, what must I protect now?
Well, nothing if you're bad at it. All right.
I messed up one time.
She failed to protect him for so will the company.
Yeah.
She failed.
Jeff said,
She failed to
sorry.
protect EG and Jeff.
Sorry, I don't think this shot.
All right. Well, let us know what you guys think of the spoilers. Hopefully those were the spoilers that were meant to be spoiled today, those 2 blue ones, because there weren't any today, and so we're going to assume that's what's supposed to come today, and we won't be super gypped for next week's spoilers, and yeah.
Yep. We'll see ya.
See ya.